I had notes for this video, but of course my tablet won't connect to my phone. How amazing. So I can't look at my notes. So I'm probably going to forget something in this video. Anyway, I wanted to give a bit of a channel update. So first things first, yes, I bought this bike. That is my bike. I own this bike. That is a crazy thing to do, but it's really cool. It is a fully electric battery bike, and I am going to be making a whole bunch more content with it because my petrol bike is broken and I'm moving house. So my petrol bike is not going to be unbroken until I get into the house, which takes a while, like February or March, I think, is going to be when that happens. And then I'll have space to work on it. Because obviously I don't want to take it apart and then not have it together when I'm moving house. So there's going to be, I'm going to be riding this and not the petrol bike for a while. That doesn't mean the petrol bike's going away. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it long term. But there is going to be a lot more electric stuff coming up. I'm going to try not to have this be an about electric vehicles or electric bikes channel. I think there are other channels that do it much better, and it's not what I'm here for anyway. I just wanted to buy a new bike, and I wanted to get an electric one because electric is the future. And petrol bike content is not going away because, of course, I've got NC 500 videos until well into summer and possibly beyond. I know people don't really watch POVs, but I do have a lot of footage with my VFR. Scheduling, currently you're getting 3 POVs a week, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. I'm going to keep that going. You're getting a normal video every Saturday, and that's flipping around a few different styles. And then sometimes you're getting bonus ones on Wednesdays, like this one. And in the future, I would like to do some other styles of video, but I don't have the equipment for it. I think like the POVs are quite weak. As I've said, I knew when I started making them that nobody watches them, but I like making them. But there is other stuff that I could do that would be better. I just don't have the equipment to do it. Not just my editing machine, which is old and getting like it was fine up until I started making videos, and then it was like, oh, actually, because it's 13 years old. But also, I don't have a vlogging setup that really works, as you probably will have heard in the More Rebel video. And I don't have a 360 camera, which is another thing that I would like to get that would work really well for a style of video that I would like to do that is still like me riding along and showing off the cool things that I'm seeing and maybe talking about them a bit, but that isn't POVs, and that would make for a lot more engaging travelogue content. So that's kind of a thing that I would aim to do, is sort of merge travelogue and POV a bit. But I don't have the equipment for that. The soapboxes are going to continue. Making them is a bit of like a difficult thing because I have to come up with a topic that I can actually talk about for 10 minutes. Then I've got to come up with a script, which stretches out to 10 minutes. And then I'm going to slow myself down because I talk a little fast for subtitles. But then when I slow myself down, my delivery is bad. I feel like my delivery kind of seems very detached. So I need to work on that. But I do want to be able to subtitle my videos because like I have at least one fully deaf friend, and I have a lot of friends who don't speak very good English, and they maybe read English better than they like listen to it. especially given that I talk funny. So that's kind of where I'm going with the videos that I want to do. Kind of the focus of the channel. I mean, I started doing this just to share like my love of traveling and riding motorbikes with people, and that's what I would like to continue doing. And I like making the or not making the sandboxes rather, just because I like to talk about stuff. And yeah, some of it's furry stuff and some of it's like social stuff. Not much like bike stuff. I'm not aiming to be like, hey, here's your news about bikes, here's some reviews on bike stuff. There are loads of channels that do that really well, and it's not really something I'm particularly interested in doing unless it's something that I happen to be looking at anyway. With like the Decibels one, or like the 2 videos that I made about this. Although I do expect that at some point I will make a few videos about EVs. It's kind of hard to avoid at this point with the technology where it is, especially in terms of adoption. But mainly, I want to just treat this like another bike, and just do touring videos with it. There's not a lot of touring videos with electric bikes out there. There's very little. There's mostly just channels that are like, oh, electric bikes, you should buy electric bikes. Electric bikes are cool. Did you know that electric bikes, and all that stuff. Like if you go search on YouTube, it's just like, you have to put -review and you still get all reviews. Because it'll be like test ride or something. They won't put review in the title. And I would like to just make some like more general content treating an electric bike like a bike. So it's that. I'm trying to remember what was in my notes. Did I have other stuff in my notes? I've got 24 subscribers, so no Patreon, no merch, because there's no point in doing Patreon and merch, like 24 subscribers. I'd do this as something that's just making content where I make content anyway, and it's a bit of fun at the moment, and also my day job is like, I'm buying a house and I just bought this, so like I would need a lot of subscribers to be relying on YouTube for my income. I might get some new hats just for me, like some custom ones that look kind of like this one, because I like this hat, but it is getting a little tatty. I've had it since 2019 and it's been stuffed into a lot of like pad ears and top boxes and tank bags and coat pockets and so on and so forth. So I might get like myself a hat. If you do feel like throwing me some money, it's much appreciated. There's a coffee link in all of my descriptions. These videos aren't monetized because I don't have enough subscribers to be whatever YouTube calls it. What is it called? It's not sponsored, it's something else. Anyway, yeah, none of these videos are monetized, I don't really care. And like and subscribe, I guess. Hit the bell. All of that stupid stuff that you have to like CTA to get people to do anything. More videos are coming, more electric stuff. Maybe you like electric stuff, I guess. More petrol stuff will be coming too. Once the VFR is fixed, I will do some stuff with it. But like again, I don't know what its long-term fit is. I had planned to hold on to the VFR for another couple of years. Like I hadn't made any plans to replace it at all. I wasn't going to buy a new bike. I thought about buying a new bike last year, And then I had a look at the market and I didn't really fancy anything. I decided I would keep the VFR for a couple of years until like 2023 maybe, and then replace it with an electric bike that just did everything, on the assumption that electric bikes would have advanced in technology by then. Maybe that would take to 2024, who knows. But then it broke. And I realized it was going to be a lot more projecty than I preferred. I'm not one of these guys who's like, oh, I've got a project bike or 6, and yeah, on any given day, like one of them will be working, maybe, and I just fix them when they get broken. That's not me. Like last year, I dropped like $2,500 on the VFR in a dealership just to get it working. But the problems that it has now are not the things you can take it to a dealer to solve, because they won't. And even if they did, it would cost well more than the value of the bike, or even the money that I spent getting the cooling system and the suspension and everything sorted out last year is more than the value of that bike. But I never wanted a project bike, and I'm willing to get that bike back on the road, but I can't be having a project bike as like my bike, because I don't have a car, for one thing. I don't mind taking the train places, but the train is inconvenient for a lot of my purposes. So like my only real personal mode of transport is motorcycle, and that's the VFR, and it's broken, so I had to get another one. And I was just like, screw it, I will get a electric bike. I'll get the best electric bike that I can get at the moment, and I will see just how much of the VFR's duties it can take on. And hopefully the answer is almost everything. There are definitely things the VFR can do that this can't. But the question is, how close to that can it get? Like okay, it can't do tours at like 90 miles an hour up the motorway, but can it do 60 or 70 with reasonable charges, and just like plan a little bit better? How close can you get? How far can you push the range? It's not got any luggage. That's annoying. I think I talked about this on Saturday. But can I make do? Like, I'm perfectly willing to admit that I pack a lot of stuff on my bike, and I maybe don't need it all, and I should maybe pack a little lighter. So that'll be interesting to find out. I do have a tank bag. I hate tank bags. I don't really like them, especially big ones, but I do have one, so that will help out with long distance stuff. But yeah, so my goal with this bike is to see how much VFR it can replace, but inevitably it's not going to be everything. I don't think the technology is quite there yet for the kind of stuff that I do with the VFR. It is getting there though. The mere fact that I can look at this bike and go, yeah, I could see how I could work with that. That's pretty impressive. And I think, yeah, if in the coming years they get the charge times down, that's going to be pretty amazing. But God, this update's gone on for ages. This is what happens when I don't have my notes. I ramble. But that's the update. Happy New Year, I guess. Hope everyone had lovely holidays. And like and subscribe and hit the bell and watch some other videos and click on my Ko-fi link.